Hello guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the Sim Shack. I am Sim UK and it's the middle of May in our little game and I am absolutely freezing. I still haven't fixed that thing that that tabs me out of the game, which is quite irritating. It is so cold this morning. 8.5 degrees in here and I've had the heater on for a couple of minutes already. It's very nippy, yeah? Very cold, yeah? Don't like it. Right, we're in a position where we need to start mowing some grass. And in order to do that, we are going to need a baler. So it's 2:30 in the morning. Now's a good time to have a look. What do we got? What's that? It's a bio baler. Presses poplar into bales. That's not what we need. Oh, that's a nice front loader there for good money. And a mower. Yeah, so, okay, no good. We need one of these. It's so bloody expensive. How much is it to lease? More than we have. Damn. Alright, first things first then, I've got to get some money. It's 7 AM IRL. So nobody else is on the server. And probably won't be for some time. So I need to somehow get together a bit of extra cash and sell that on. I guess we'd better check on the animals first. Make sure all the animals are good. And I can... cold fingers. Cold fingers. Oh, looky, looky, looky. We have got a full thing of strawberries. It's too heavy for me to lift, unfortunately. But some of those strawberries are definitely going to go over here into our house in preparation for one day when we finally get some butter. And what else we got? So tomatoes, 182 litres, lettuce, 91, strawberries, 16, green peppers, 182, cucumbers, 136, and onions, 182. So it looks like stuff comes out in groups of 500. Is that a 500? You never get the information on something when you want it, do you? I'm pretty sure that's a 500. Which means it's not worth very much. It's a bit of a shame. Right, what shall I do? What shall I do? What shall I do? I could sell those sheep, the rams. It'd be worth more money. Hang on. Is it worth selling the rams or is it worth selling the sugar? What am I losing on the sugar right now? 5.29 is the max price. I'm losing about 30 quid on each one. What am I losing on the rams? It's 0 month old, 150. That's pretty good for 0 month old, isn't it? That's 11 months. Wow, the rams are actually worth quite a bit of cash compared to the female. Look, 0 month, 0 month, worth way more. I wonder why that is. Anyway, needs must. The boys have gone. Right, so what's the situation with the animals? Pig-wise, we're doing okay. We're a little bit short on food, but can't do anything about that. Cows looking good. Again, low on food. Can't do anything about that. Doing about 10,000 litres a month. So we've got enough to get us to the end of the month. I think that'd be fine. And yeah, the food situation on everything's getting a bit low. So I need to make some silage, sell some silage, and then try and make some hay. That's what we're after today. 3,296. Is that enough? Is that enough? I wonder if I could borrow one of the guys. I think they've all got one now. I'm the only person without my own flipping... I could head over to Tony, borrow his. I'm sure he'd be fine with that. Whoa! Can't get into Rum's farm, I don't think, because he's got it all locked up. I could save myself a fortune if I borrow a baler. Oh, actually, I don't think Tony has a baler. I think Spike has a baler and Tony's borrowing it. Let's go over and have a look. Oh. Ah, no, he's got a Fent. That's a nice looking baler, though. I have to admit. A few bits and bobs here. This will all be sold soon. Transfer ownership. Is that corn? That'd be handy. Picking that up in the sale. That would be very nice. Still got the door open on this thing. I'm pretty sure I opened that. I just don't know how I opened that. But yes, anyway. So based on that, I think Tony does have a baler, but I think it's huge. I think it's enormous. I don't think my tractor will be able to pull it. Why is this wild grass growing so much more than mine? We're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go rent one. It's the only choice we have. Frustrating expense, but it's essential at the moment. I need the money. Right. Bum, 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 bum. I still don't have enough money. My God, that's expensive to rent, isn't it? Fucker. God damn it. If I rent that, wow, 2,400. And then I rent that. I think I can afford to do both of those. But I don't really know how this works, so I'm a bit concerned. All right, let's do that then. What can that take? Bill wrapper can do 125 to 150. Okay. So balers, this one could do 125. That could do up to 180. But then that's all my money gone. Okay, so we're going with the smaller one. That's it. That's all we can do. Hopefully, silage to the rescue. For whatever reason, some of the grass hasn't grown as much as we expected it to have grown. Oh, balls. Why doesn't that work? Is it down? It just takes so long. I don't know why it takes so long. Alrighty. Here we go. Net wrap white, 0 meters, 0%. Does that mean... is that another expense? Do I need to buy some wrapping? Oh, no. Could have done without that. I love and appreciate the extra realism. I really do. I just haven't got any money. Where do I buy the wrapping stuff from? Activate without storage. Active with storage? I don't know what the difference is. What does that mean? Oh, God. Got to buy a wrap of some sort. You might think, why are you looking under bales? It wouldn't be under bales. Well, I was thinking, you know, you wrap bales, so it might be. So I've got to get one of these. That's another 1,500 quid. Oh, my God. Hang on a minute. This one doesn't wrap. Why does it need... I am so confused. Baler. Pottinger. The baler turns loose straw, grass or hay into convenient bales. But it doesn't wrap them. Let's just take it and try it and see what happens. Damn it. I just realised I'm short on flipping fuel. Oh, this is not going well. I should have just rented the all-in-one thing. Nightmare. Seriously struggling to keep going at the moment. The cows come back online, start producing milk. It will help so much. So much. Alrighty, here we go. I need to be fast and furious about this. Well, look. I think one of our trees has grown. Is that one of mine? No, it's not one of mine. Forget that. They're still babbies. And I think I've lost a lot of grass in this area. Right, now, because it's a front-loading element, I don't think it has manual attach. Or maybe it does. Oh, it does. Well, that's cool. Do I attach the PTO? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Loving all of that. That's very cool. Right. Okay, that didn't turn it on. Why not? Unfold. Okay, that's that on. That's all devices lowered. We'll turn the baler on. First, you need to fill the baler with net wrap. No, no, no. No, 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 no. That's very bad news. Bugger. Right, so let's be fair. It doesn't like in any way, shape or form what I'm trying to do there. Oh, bugger. I'm going to need 2 of these. But I haven't got the weight because the weight is up at... Oh, this could not be going worse. Right. I'm not going to faff about. I'm going to cheat a little bit this morning. Just because I know what the physics are like on these things. Close as I'm going to get it. I don't know if I can even lift these 2 without the weight on the back. This tractor is so light. Yeah, we're going to have trouble. We're gonna have trouble. Trouble all the way. Thing is, I've done this so many times now, I'm actually getting quite good at it. Not to float my own boat, but driving on just the front 2 wheels is not an alien concept to me anymore. Kind of getting used to it, which is not great news, but keeps me going. Oh my god, look, top right hand corner, the sign of the devil. I don't believe it. What a nightmare day this has turned out to be. Now, there's a supermarket over there that I put in as a sale point. They take sugar. I don't know who gives the best price, but I'll be quite honest with you. I just need to get this sold. Just so I could buy that bale wrapper and get things going. God, that hurts my foot, my ankle. What a disaster. What a faff. Thank you. Right, so I must buy the right stuff. It's Pottinger wrap. Wrong one. Wrong one. Pottinger. Pallet, vehicle, pallet, vehicle. I have no idea what any of this means. $2.5 meters, 10 pieces. 1,500 quid. Configuration, pallet or vehicle? What is the difference? So colour for the last 250 meters is foil colour. God, I hope this is right. I so regret not buying the one I normally use. You have no idea how much I regret not buying the one I normally use. It would cost the same amount anyway. Right. This is all new to me, and you don't want to be doing new stuff when you're totally broke. I hope I'm doing this right. I hope it's the right stuff. I hope I've got it configured correctly. There's a lot of hope going on here. A little bit of praying. What an absolute nightmare this has been. It's too late to do anything now. I am stuck in this situation. Right, there we go. Need some flipping luck, I tell you. Why does that not drop sometimes? It says it's dropped. What the hell? Will it only do it when I'm sat in the vehicle or something stupid like that? All that extra land I had to give back. Right, come on now. Not close enough. Right. Let's see if this works. Okay, that looks good. Automatic drop is on. All right. Got no flipping. Cruise control. It doesn't bloody work properly. Where are you? It should work. Increase cruise control. Not quite. Decrease. And then where's the start cruise control button? Oh, there it is. Right, that should work. I don't know why it's not working then. Hey, now it's working. Right, let's see how we're getting on. Is that doing anything? Looks like it is, but it doesn't look like it's picking up. It is picking up. It is working. Okay, good. It's not picking up, is it? Oh, hang on. I'm mowing other people's ground, but I can't pick up from other people's ground. Oh my god. Right, okay. Let's make sure everything's working. Okay, groovy. So I'm hoping I can turn that grass into silage later. That's the plan here. And if I can't, I really am in trouble. And by doing it this way, I'm adding to my workload so much. So I'm going to leave strips mowed all the way down here, but I can't pick up any of the grass. That's kind of funny. All this time I've been doing it properly, and the game just wasn't interpreting my actions appropriately. Now it is, and I've stopped doing it because I've got used to not lifting up the mower. So much extra work. Really want to get rid of that thing. I'll take advantage of the fact that these trees haven't grown yet. Try to go down the back here and get some of this. Come on, machine, you can do it. So I don't have a button to lift the mower to do it properly. So I'm in a bit of a situation here. Not the ideal situation by any means. Just let me mow this. Oh, here we go. I'm very nervous about destroying my crop there. So I'm going to try and stay quite away from it. Right, so it looks like this area here is not going to give me any grass. There's nothing coming off of that strip there at all. There's a bit of grass coming off of that bit. Well, that's good. Finish the strip down here. Turn around on the concrete. Strip of grass I left there, look. Avoid my crop like the plague. Well, it's a lot less than perfect. There's a lot less grass about now. And I've definitely got the wrong baler. I made a terrible mistake thinking this would help me save money. It hasn't at all. It has done, if anything, the exact opposite. So I'm quite annoyed with myself, but it is another lesson learnt. Get the last of this up first, I suppose. There's a massive strip there where I couldn't grab it. Didn't bloody let me. See if I can get any of that up. Not letting me grab any of that. This has to be the most unrealistic episode I think I've ever made on Farm Sim. But it's still kind of realistic. Because here I am, a struggling farmer, trying to make ends meet. Doing literally whatever I can to make that happen. So there's elements of realism in it, for sure. Oof. Ooh, who's this coming in early? And it is blooming early. It's Rum. Rum the Guzzler. I need coffee. I can't keep my eyes open. I shall try and get Rum on Discord. See how he's doing this morning. If I knew Rum was coming on this early, I could have borrowed his baler and saved myself $4 grand. Or maybe could have borrowed his thingy. Good morning.
I'm still muted from yesterday. Good morning.
How are you today?
We are good. I get to not be at work today.
Ooh, a day off.
And it is snowing outside, so I'm very happy to not be at work today.
Is that why you're not at work? Because it's snowing?
No, it just happened to be my day off.
Okay. Oh, brilliant. That's worked out rather well.
You're cutting grass.
I am cutting grass. I'm having an absolute nightmare cutting grass.
For it to be done cutting,
Yeah.
just going at it anyways.
Well, my theory is I need to get 3 cuts out of this, even if they're low-level cuts. So I cannot afford to wait for it to grow properly. I need to get on and cut it.
You don't have a silo, do you? No, just let the go.
Sadly not. So I got a baler without I got a baler without a wrapping technology this time.
Yeah.
Thinking that would be cheaper, and then I could get the rent the wrapper afterwards and wrap it up as silage. Yes, it would take longer, but it would be cheaper. But what I discovered is I have to buy the wrap, that red wrap that's around my bales.
Yeah, I've got the wrap as well. I've sold the wrapper, but I've still got the wrap.
So I could have bought that off you then, couldn't I? For a bit of a discount. But yeah.
I've got no use for it. I'd have given it to you. Never mind.
Oh. Well, it's ended up costing me more, so I'm a bit annoyed with myself because of that. Poor decision.
I don't know what I'm doing. Contemplating the ethics of flipping a field.
No field flipping allowed.
I can't cut the grass and then sell it back.
No.
I didn't think you'd tolerate that.
Afraid not. But I do know how much your holiday home let things are making you.
Oh, do you?
8.5 grand per month.
Oh, are they? Okay.
So a nice little money spinner for you there. And how many have you got? About 10?
I don't know. I'll run over there and have a look how many she's made. I haven't put them up, so I genuinely don't know how many there are. Seven.
7. Okay. So that's like just over 50 grand. 50 grand a month for sitting on your bum doing absolutely diddly squat.
It's just like real life. If you have money, money follows money.
Yes, it's so true. Everything's cheaper if you're rich, which kind of doesn't make any sense. Like, from a moralistic perspective, at least.
Was it when Jorge Lorenzo won the MotoGP? Porsche gave him $250,000 GTR3 because they wanted him to be seen in their car.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy gets 22 million, so here's a free car. Yeah. You know that he'd have 10 of them if he wanted it.
Yeah. The system is broken and skewed in favor of the few.
Yes. Which one of these juice presses is empty? I've been lazy and not been putting my vehicles back when I'm done with them.
Oh yeah.
And
You're
now
losing
I don't
them.
know where any of them are.
I did a little tour of your apple orchard thing the other day.
Yeah.
I think, were you there actually? I can't remember if you were
I
there.
had briefly popped in, yes. Yes.
Showing it off. It does look nice.
I've got the prettiest farm by far, and I won't hear a word otherwise.
But you've got a lady's touch, so it doesn't really count. It's like cheating, really. Whoa, what's that on the floor?
I don't know how I'm supposed to argue that.
Can't. It's undeniable fact.
Ah! There's my trailer. Attached to the telehandler. I use this telehandler so much. I use a telehandler more than I use a tractor.
Yeah, telehandlers are very useful. I wish I had one. Right, let's try doing this in reverse.
Oh wow. Well, when I get into logging, I'm probably going to have to buy a bigger telehandler because this one's not heavy enough to lift the logs. I end up lifting me instead. And I just checked the sell price on this telehandler I've got. $6,000.
Oh wow, big money.
All I'm going to get for it is $6,000 when I sell it.
I wonder what price it goes up for sale at. You
Well,
get
that-
6.
That baler that I sold yesterday, I got 32 and it went up for 34.
Oh wow, teeny tiny difference.
But I bought this telehandler for 22 in the sale. I've got 67 hours on it now. I don't know how many it came with. I was watching your video, latest one, and you're on about selling your tractor because it's all broken.
Oh yeah.
Made me chuckle because, well, you've still got that tractor and it's what, 3 weeks later?
Yeah. Although, had I have realised how broken it would get with this more realistic mod, I would have shifted it whilst it was still worth a few quid. To be fair, it's a great tractor and it's still going.
Well, you're
Even
saying
though-
about it being broken. I'm not wholly convinced that you weren't looking at the wear of your front loader rather than the tractor itself.
Well, you say this, but I don't know if the front loader was being represented previously. It is now because we've got
Yeah.
a new mod showing all of that data.
Yes, that's handy, that is.
Yeah. Although again, I don't think mechanical machined parts actually break down or have any influence on anything. Sadly, but
For example, my pallet fork is at 0% and has been since
yeah.
the dawn of time.
I'm also thinking I found a mod to slow down the speed at which machines and stuff break, because it feels slightly unrealistic to me.
But the fact that it costs $7,000 for a service, you're thinking, really?
Well, £7 for a service, probably... That's if you do it at the shop, though, isn't it?
Well, you have to do it at the shop, don't you?
No, I've bought a toolbox. And if I don't wait until the tractor is completely broken, it's about a third of the cost. If I wait too long, then it's full price. But I mean, it's still costing me like 1,500 quid to repair a tractor that I own outright, which is very expensive. And you you would expect a £1,500 repair to last more than a month, I think. I would argue that point. But I have a Renault which is basically doing exactly that to me right now. God, croaky throat.
Your car giving you jip, is it?
Oh God, yeah. Since the moment I bought it, and ever since. And had I not have paid for it in full, I could have got my money back. Which still makes no sense to me.
Also not following the logic on that one.
Something along the lines of, if I pay for it on a credit card, the credit card company get a slice of the profits, so they'll give me legal support. But if I pay for it out of my own money, they won't give me any support, even though it's the same bank. All comes down to money at the end of the day, doesn't it? Everything boils down to money these days. It's getting, I think it's getting beyond a joke. I think it's out of control. There needs to be some balance to these things.
I planted these trees yesterday. I didn't realize it was going to take 2.5 years for them to grow.
Yeah. And I think it's possibly 3 years or 3.5 years if you want to grow maximum size.
I'm not entirely convinced that's true though, because what year are we on now? 4? And Tony's chopped down and regrown these trees beside me already.
Yeah, but that's only one load of trees in 4 years.
I don't think he planted them the first year.
No, but still, that still gives him 2.5 years to do it. It is that long. I wish I'd planted trees every year, because that's a nice, easy bit of cash.
Oh, bother. My pallet is morphed into the ground.
I did search for like a physics mod, but I haven't had any luck.
Ooh, I crashed into it with the tractor at full speed, and I think I might have dislodged it. Yes.
You got it. Just like real life.
Totaled the front end of my tractor, but the pallet is safe.
Priorities, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, something like that.
You want to buy any grass from?
I mean, not really, but you kind of need me to, don't you?
No, I can sell it to the farm. It's not a big deal. How is the compost coming on?
It takes an in-game month to do anything, so it's sitting there doing its thing.
Cool beans.
Under a tarp. Chilling.
Have you calculated how much you need?
A lot more than I've got.
Ah, you need more grass.
While that is true, I can't add grass to the bunker once it's covered.
That is also true. You'd have to be preparing, in essence, for your next batch.
I've got bits on that hill that I never mowed because they're just fiddly and a nuisance. I'm trying to decide if I'm desperate enough to put up with trying to mow on the hill. I know you're thinking, must be nice to not have to mow every square inch.
I was thinking more along the lines of, you must have a decent enough tractor for that now. Surely to goodness.
I've still only got that starter
Fendt.
and 500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a great tractor. I think it's one of the best tractors.
For starting with, yes. But it does struggle to pull the mower on the hill.
Yeah, it's not without fault.
It'll do it, but it's a bit painstaking.
Like a Cessna stall warning horn. Kind of doesn't like it. You know what I mean?
I flew a Cessna once. Stall horning went off loads.
Did it?
Yeah.
Whilst you were in flight or coming into land? Or both?
Both.
Windy day?
No.
Bad pilot?
The pilot basically just said, yeah, it does that, don't worry about it.
Oh, right. Cessna feature.
Yeah, okay. We won't worry about the stall horn then. It's all good.
It's just a nervous passenger.
But no, you're sitting here flying at 100 knots at 3,000 feet. Great and level, you're going, that stall horn should not be going off. There's no way. Yeah, there's something not right with it.
At least it's going off early and not late, because that really would be a problem.
But it does lead to own problems like the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah, that's true.
Like the van, I drove off with the back door wide open because the light was always on saying the back door was open, so you just learn to ignore the light. Fortunately, I only made it about 3 feet before I saw in the mirror that, man, why can I see the door, back door, in my mirror?
sure I've had an incident like that. I just can't think of it off the top of my head. Whoa, full day's grass mowing. All my money's gone. It's been a long day on the farm.
Are you a contractor on Spike's farm?
I don't know. I don't think so, because I don't think I did any contracting work for him.
I'm rather jealous of Tony using.
Why?
Oh, he's got all of Spike's equipment at his disposal.
Yeah, not for much longer. He did ask me earlier if I could just transfer it all over to him, and I was like, no, absolutely not.
Nice try. Why don't we just give everybody 600 grand? I guess Spike's field needs to get sold if he's not going to come back, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll probably do it after the harvest, I think. Or maybe just before, because I really want that. I really want that trailer back.
Rather? What?
So there was a trailer that I wanted. And it came up in the sale. And I made the mistake of telling Spike about it.
Oh, so he nabbed it on you.
Well, kind of, yeah. I was complaining because in the picture it had all the bits and bobs with it.
Right.
But when you actually looked at it, it didn't have all the bits and bobs with it. So I was saying, well, that's Trade Descriptions Act, la 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 la. And it was like, well, I'll have it then. So he just bought it because he had the cash. But I would have bought it. I think I would have bought it because I'd already decided I definitely wanted to get that trailer.
Wow, that's a massive tractor in the sale. Yikes.
You're going to buy it?
70 horsepower. No, I'm not going to buy it.
Why not? You got all that money. What's the point in having all that money if you don't buy stuff?
I think this is the problem you've run into. You keep saying you're going to buy stuff, and now you've got no money.
I haven't bought anything for ages. Well, to be fair, I've invested in buildings.
And then sold the buildings and lost half the money. And
I only did that once, to be fair.
right.
Well, technically twice. For that pig farm, so... An unexpected nightmare.
They eat so much, and it didn't actually hold enough pigs really to be worthwhile.
Well, actually, pigs don't seem to eat all that much. Cows eat a lot more.
Alright.
But the problem with pigs is they need a very, very varied diet.
Ah.
Which is difficult to produce.
Yes, this was. I appreciate why you put on the animal dye mod, but it did kind of ruin Charlotte's hopes and dreams of having a petting farm, because we had no intention of ever getting any production off of them at all. They were just going to be decorative.
Yeah. Well, you can still do that. You just have to feed them. And if you pick the right barn, or field, or whatever, some of them make the job a lot easier. So have you still got a bale wrapper?
No, I sold it.
Ah.
I'm turning all my grass into compost. What do I need silage for?
Yeah.
And had to pay for a forage wagon to pick up the grass, so the baler went. Gosh. Right. Okay. That was weird, I just got lost. Couldn't figure out where my pallets were. I was running the wrong direction.
I have had such a nightmare with these sugar pallets. It's been...
How do you mean?
How do I mean?
Yeah.
In what way have I had a nightmare with
Yeah.
them? They are the most sort of reactive, unstable pallets I think I've ever had the misfortune to have to try and lift. It's like someone's taken all the sugar out and replaced them with opposing magnets or something. I spent about 20 minutes trying to stack them 3 high yesterday or the day before. And then having finally managed to do it, after them falling apart and falling over and all sorts multiple times, I was driving towards the shop, but I couldn't see where I was going, and I hit a tree, and they all fell off again. So yeah, it's been emotional. Very, very stressful.
The pallet fork for the telehandler is that mod which is long enough you can spike him 3 sideways. I don't bother stacking them.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I did put a mod on for so that you could buy the forks or the pallet spikes or whatever and have a strap that goes around them.
Yeah, Tony uses it.
But it works on his telehandler. I could not get it to work on my tractor. But that, if I could get that to work, that would be transformational.
Are you using a controller or a... What are you using?
Oh, a whole host of things. Combination of controllers.
The reason
intertwined.
I asked is because on the pallet fork that I have, remember I was complaining that I can't adjust it widthways.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out Charlotte can because she's using an Xbox controller.
Right.
But I can't do it with a keyboard and mouse. There's a keybind for it, and I don't know which one it is.
Well, I did wonder after I tried it and failed whether or not I was missing a keybind for it, because that would make sense.
Whereas Charlotte, on the other hand, is quite unimpressed with your manual attachments because she's not got a keybind for that. So she keeps asking me to run over and hook up all her trailers.
You should have a keybind for that by default, but it won't work by default. It just needs to change it to something else. I had to do it for Tony and Ron. They had the same issue with their Xbox controllers.
I'm pulling my hair out with that mod. Really, really annoyed me. It's alright now that I understand what is going on and what I need to do. But I'd gotten up at 4 in the morning to get a head start on some farming. And by 7, I hadn't even left the car park because I couldn't move my trailer.
Tony had a similar issue. He he jumped in his tractor, hooked up to his trailers, drove across his field, not realising he hadn't released the brakes and was ripping up all the grass. I think, just after he'd lost all his sheep as well. He wasn't best pleased.
No, I can't imagine he were. Anyways, it doesn't matter anymore because grass doesn't grow.
No, grass does not grow anymore. Although other parts of the game, like by the shop and other places I've ventured to, it seems to grow just fine. So,
Well,
confused.
it's never been cut there.
Yeah, I know, that's true.
It's not grown, it's just always been there.
As was, yeah. We should go and check Spike's grass, because that's the most cut grass in the whole game so far. It was a bit wonky. That'll do. Needs must. Tricky times. God, I hope I don't have to buy any more oil stuff for this.
Oil stuff? What machine are you using?
The wrapper.
Oh, foil. When I was using it, I worked it out that it's about 100 bales per roll.
Well, it doesn't seem to have the option to replace the roll. So what we got here, unfold. Turn on automatic drop. Huh. How does this work then? It has no PTO. So how does it work?
Yeah. I could operate my baler with my telehandler, except for the fact that my telehandler didn't have enough ponies.
How in God's name does that thing work? Be a little bit cheaty here. Let's take one of these bales. Ah, okay. Oh. It just does. But you have to be really precise when you load it. God, where did that just fling my other bale to? I have a complaint.
Have you now?
I do, yes. I
do
put
as
a
well.
mod in the game. What's your complaint? Let's hear yours
My
first.
grass isn't growing. Go on.
Well,
You put a
first
mod
of
in.
all, can't get in my tractor, which is a bit of a concern. What the hell? There we go. Yes, so I put a mod in the game that would allow us to roll bales.
Push them.
Yeah. Only round ones, obviously. But just allows you to sort of shift them about a little bit. It doesn't seem to be working. I'm very annoyed. Yeah, this is weird. I don't understand how this bale wrapper is working just on hydraulics.
Oh no! No, no, no! Balls and blasted everything.
Sounds serious.
I was trying to put the apples in my juice presses, and I absent-mindedly just drove past the vending machine, and it's just yoinked about a bunch of my apples.
Yeah, I've done that myself. Not exactly that, but my own equivalent of that. When I was knocking the sugar pallets over, some of them kept going back in the flipping storage area. Against my best wishes.
What a waste, because as apples, I really do lose money on them. The compost is worth more than the apples are. I need to be juicing them for it to be worth the while. Or worth anything for that matter.
There is a small profit to apples as apples. Emphasis on small. At the right time of year, of course.
Which it is not.
No.
Why does everything sell in January?
Yeah. There's another mod called More Realistic Seasonal Planting and Selling and stuff. Which sounds great, but it's got a terrible rating. I don't know why. It scared me off getting it.
What was the matter with that Terra farm then?
Nothing. Just that it looks a bit aggressive. Like, a lot of the mods that we pick are quite small in nature. Well, that seems like a really considerable transformation. Maybe something we'll chuck on the server when it's sort of near the end of its life. You know, if it all goes horribly wrong,
Yeah, it's
everyone's...
not something a particular one, I just...
Oh.
It was everything you needed when you were trying to do lime.
Yeah, yeah. I am really bad at forgetting.
I'm very good at forgetting.
Actually, yes, I'm very good at forgetting when I've got a piece of equipment hanging out the side of my tractor. I don't know how I'm going to get out of this situation right now. Aha. Could we please be slightly less stupid? Thank you very much. That would help greatly.
Negative. Speciality. Don't take
Permission denied. Computer says no.
computer.
Oh, that was nasty. Man. This bale wrapper is so picky. Oh, so I was at the doorbell. Be right back.
Goodbye.
And I am back. Finally, that took longer than anticipated. Sorry about that, Rum. That took longer than I thought.
I was wondering if the people at the door were the police there to arrest you or something.
Not this week. Maybe next. No, I've got this fantastic place to do lovely sandwiches, and I order like a few days worth at a time.
All right.
Because I get a nice big discount when I do that. But their only negative side is that it's really difficult to get them to deliver on time. So they're either like hours late, or I thought I'd try it really early this morning, and unfortunately they just delivered really early. So
They gave you exactly what you wanted, which wasn't what you wanted.
yeah, basically, yeah. That's a very accurate way of describing that. Ooh, gold. So I've just had my brunch. Because I knew it was going to be cold today, so I ordered a hot lunch. Which obviously would be nasty if I ate it cold.
I've got to stop walking around inside this shed. Oh, no, I'm good. I got my head stuck in the shed a minute ago and I had to log out in order to free myself.
Which shed is that?
Where I've got my equipment stored.
Oh. How did you get your head caught in that? It looks pretty
I was
big.
standing on the trailer.
Right.
And, yeah. Because we can't tap into the vehicles or visit any of the buildings, I wasn't sure how to unstick myself. Anywho.
All's well that ends well.
I'm just running back and forth.
Yeah, 2 to go.
Is there anything you need help with? Because I'm literally just running back and forth without any grass to cut. There's nothing for me to do here.
I'm really thinking about getting some bees.
Bees? I thought you said we weren't allowed bees.
Well, I've added a mod that totally modifies bees, apparently. But I haven't actually looked to see what it does. But the reason why I'm thinking of bees is because it can enhance your yield. And as we all know, that's one of my key issues this year.
To be honest, ever since you put that precision farming thing in, your yield has been a thorn.
I tried to counterbalance that with the variable yield mod. Does that make sense?
Yes. I don't know how
So,
it's going to work, but yes, I understand what you're trying to do.
well, in my theory, I lose, well, let's say I get somewhere between 60 and 90% yield from my field every year, without doubt, because it's the same every year. With the 30, with that other mod, I can gain or lose 30%. So it could be catastrophic. I could get 30%. But on the flip side of that, I could also get 120%.
Well, everyone else is getting 170?
50. Well, 150 I think they would get, yeah. So, admittedly, it doesn't benefit me as much as it does some, but there is a chance, just a slim chance, that for 1 year or a couple of years, I could just get some really good yields, and that'd be enough to get me the hell out of that spot. In fact, to be honest with you, until my cows died, everything was going really quite well. But let's not bring that up again, because I've been crying about that for weeks now. What if I rented? Oh, it's there.
He's right.
Who's right?
Oh, Stu was saying if you go into the field buy menu, it shows you what the expected yield is.
That's a mod I think we ought to take off. But it doesn't show you for every single square. So I'm not quite sure how that works, whether it's based on those that are around it.
I love how when I click on your field, it'll tell you what your yield expected potential is, but it won't tell me on my own field.
Because I've scanned mine, whereas you haven't scanned yours, I guess.
23 hasn't been scanned.
No, but the field, that's what I'm saying, the fields around it have been scanned. So you can use that to gauge the likelihood, I think. I don't really know how it works, but that's where my brain has taken me.
No, I think you can just click on every field except your own, because I can click on Bank of Sims land.
Oh, what, and it tells you what they are as well?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, in that case, I have absolutely no idea how it works. Have you seen the changes to the shop, by the way?
I did notice that the Bank of Sim has purchased the shop and put up this power plant and a market, and there's a vending machine there.
And an extra road, and also a ownership of vehicle point. So you can swap who owns particular vehicles and bales and such.
Ah.
%. Okay.
I don't seem to be able to look at my compost bunker and tell.
Is it still at 0?
They won't tell me when I'm on foot. I gotta go get in a vehicle and then drive into the bunker for it to come up.
Oh, right. Okay.
I think.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Just done some calculations. Turns out I'm still going to be poor at the end of this. Who'd have thunk?
Oh no, it was covered by my map. Why does it say fermenting compost 0%?
So I suspect that's the same issue mine had. It just doesn't update until it's done for some reason. Don't know why.
Okay.
But it does work, or it did work.
Eventually.
Yeah. Right, we'll turn that on. Excuse my hiccups.
Are you recording?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you would be.
Alrighty, here we go.
You're making hay.
Trying.
There doesn't seem to be very much grass about. Oh.
There's some.
I could have followed you with the windblower.
If you want, you could follow me with the bait. Oh, well, no. How long does it take now? I don't know how quickly grass turns into hay anymore. It used to be instant, didn't it?
It was, yes. You're saying it's not anymore.
I don't know. There's a familiar sound. Still don't have a button to raise mine. Nowhere.
Did you have to leave it lay in its tethered state for a while, or can you windrow it straight away? Do you not know?
You can windrow it immediately, so that helps it dry out faster. It's just, does that create wet grass or instantly turn it into hay? Not sure.
You have a windrower.
Yes. One of the relatively cheap pieces of equipment.
But you sold your second tractor.
Oh yes, a long, long, long time ago. Let's have a look. I think maybe it is instantly hay, even though it's not meant to be. Or maybe it's just because it's a lovely May summer's day. No brakes. Oof. That's close.
There was contact. I was on 2 wheels. But I did not go into your sugar, so I'm happy.
Win-win-win.
You say you have a windrower.
I am using it.
I thought that's a tedder. Or are you done teddering? You picked up your windrower already.
No, this is a windrower, isn't it? Or have I gone back to front?
I have no idea.
Well, I've got whichever one dries, turns it over to dry.
Yeah, the tedder flips it over to dry, and the windrower makes it into rows so you can pick it up with the baler.
That kind of makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have one of those. I lied.
I'll go back and grab mine then.
Sorry about that.
I drove over here expecting to use yours, so I came back empty-handed.
Well, that's crazy talk, because I don't have one.
Gee, why would I have thought you might?
No idea. Honestly, Rum, sometimes I wonder what goes on in that head of yours.
I do have the issue of not having a clue which bit you've actually tethered, though. I needed to have been following you from the get-go.
It's quite visibly different. It's a much lighter colour.
It's yellow, not green.
Yeah, kind of yellow, not green. That would be a fair assumption.
But then you have bits there which are windrowed and still green.
Yes, this is true. It's a really awkward bit of land, this.
So what are you doing with your bits that are still grass, but windrowed?
Probably going over them. Yeah, no, I don't know. I thought I was going to pick them up with the baler, but then I would have hay and grass mixed together, and that would make it silage. Which is no good for what we're trying to achieve.
But silage sells for the most.
Yes, it does. But I already have silage. I need hay to feed my cows to make TMR. And
how are you making the TMR?
With the TMR machine.
You're leasing one of them, I take it.
Once I've sold some silage, yeah.
I don't know that my windrower is going to fit between your sugarcane and your cheap barn.
No. Do you know what? It might be more beneficial to pick up the bales that are down.
Well, there, I'll bring you the windrower anyways, because I'm already here with it. And I will be back in a moment with the bale trailer. Just letting Rusty Rum here stretch its legs. Because when we bought it, Charlotte insisted that she was going to do all the customization-y bits to it and changed the color and everything. And she has set the registration number as Rusty Rum. And she finds it most endearing that this thing chuffs disgusting amounts of black exhaust out of the top.
That's a mod that does that.
Yes, I know. And this thing runs like a steam engine. Rolling coal.
I'm surprised she hasn't gone down the horse route.
We had talked about it.
Is it a thing of interest?
We just don't have the capacity to feed them at the moment is the problem.
Ah, yes. You're making like
apples.
60 grand. Well, yeah. Tony was telling me apples are bad for horses.
Yes, I overheard that. Apparently the sugar does bad things in their digestives.
Never heard that before. I was shocked to hear it.
I thought apples and horses were a thing like rabbits and carrots.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next you're going to tell me that carrots are bad for rabbits.
That's one drink that's not on this game. Carrots and orange mixed together. What a fantastic combo that is.
Oh dear, I need to service this tractor again. I don't think how many hours on it affects how powerful the vehicle is, but the more hours on it, the more frequently you need to service it.
Yeah. And you'll have inconsistent failures as well. So I was driving along last night and the engine shut out, which meant I lost my lights, my steering, my brakes.
See, we haven't got to the sugar episode yet, so I don't know. I was going to ask you how profitable it was. But you've gone and invested in a sugar processing plant, so...
Yeah. So, it was very stressful and full of bugs and a lot less profitable than everyone had sort of anticipated it would be, let's say that much.
Well, I've been saying from the get-go that nothing is profitable unless you've processed it, which is why I'm not selling apples, except for the ones I accidentally sold.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the truth of it. And processing it one time is not necessarily enough. I think you'd have struggled a lot more with the more up-to-date Apple Orchard mod.
Yeah.
Purely from a financial perspective. because of all those additional costs and whatnot.
You're absolutely right. But where would Spike have been without grass regrowing?
Yeah, it's one of the first mods I put on, but I don't think it went on. I'm not even sure if it's on now, but I'm assuming it's gone on because by now normally everyone's got grass and they're all mowing away like lunatics. But yeah, nobody seems to have... I mean, everyone's got grass. It is harvestable, hence why I'm doing it. It just doesn't seem to be as...
Grown.
Yeah. The yield seems to have taken a significant knock.
Oh, there are more. Where do you want these bales?
If you could chuck them in my storage barn, that would be brilliant. Thank you, yeah. I need to work out how much food I need for the cows. We also need to sell some, so it's all a bit...
Yeah.
all a bit of a mess.
I don't
Thank you,
think
sir.
there are any more.
So how many's on there? 24?
I've got 20.
20.
It holds 24. I've only got 20.
Did you get the one round the back of the pig thing?
The one that was in between the house and that scaffolding thing. Yeah, I did grab that one.
Yeah.
I went at it full tilt hoping that the arm wouldn't come down before I came out the other side and get stuck in there.
Brave. Very brave.
Are those pallets of flour you've got in there?
No, sugar.
Oh, okay.
Oh, just found that tree stump that I've been looking for bloody ages. Gone.
I'm very pleased with the lumberjacking mod. Being able to move the stumps with the chainsaw is great. And it's got a built-in tape measure. Happy about that as well. Well,
Built-in tape measure.
yeah.
Because it tells you what the tree is and how tall it is. You mean?
When you go along it, it tells you how long each side of the tree is going to be if you cut at that location.
Okay, okay. Yeah, it's kind of useful.
It is, because if you cut the log too long, you then can't pick it up.
Yeah. Great demand at the store. What is it for?
You'll never know. It doesn't say.
No, but you can look. If you go to the fluctuating prices tab, go down so you find the blue ones. I discovered yesterday or the day before there's sometimes more than one. I always thought it was just one. So today it's cheese and fabric. Yes, there must always be two.
I think I might have knocked a couple of pallets of your sugar back into the barn when I was depositing your
Oh, right. That's
silage.
okay.
I'm not exactly sure how that's possible because I loaded from this direction. Are you still growing wheat?
Yes. The wheat has become an essential part of the farm. Because it's what feeds the pigs. Or the byproduct is what feeds the pigs. Whoa.
Piglets!
Piglets?
And quite a few piglets running around in here.
Yes, I'm going to have more soon as well. Right.
Are you not going to windrow it before you try baling it?
No. Well, unless you want to drive in front of me.
Probably work if better if we did it the other way around. You windrowed and I followed.
Why?
I don't know where, because I don't know where you've driven about.
You think? You think I do? One of the main problems with this location is the grass is like here, there, and everywhere all the time. Yes, it says hay. It is hay. Ha 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 ha. That is good news. We will have TMR by lunchtime. So what are we doing then? Are you driving ahead?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get to you.
I've just realised a whole strip of grass I forgot to cut. Nougats. Aha, I see you.
I don't know if I am windrowing it or disappearing it.
Yeah, looks like you're windrowing it, I think.
The grass is so sparse that I can't really tell. That's a bit thicker. You can see it there. Is it actually picking it up? I'm not wholly convinced this is working.
No. Seem to be... I don't know. It's like the right-hand side looks like you're doing something. Sorry. No brakes. This will be it. This will tell us if it's working.
Turning it on and off seems to have helped.
That's working. Now it's working. Oh, we're not going to get as much hay out of this as I thought. Cheers, fella. Much appreciated. One of the best things about you doing this is that you're sometimes able to pull bits in that are slightly off my land that I just cannot get to otherwise.
Come on. I can't reverse this thing.
I heard an old school Canadian sort of slang word for somebody useless the other day.
Yeah.
I've been desperately trying to remember what it was called, but I've failed. Unless you can just randomly come up with it. Maybe lost forever, because I can't even remember where I saw it. It was in a film or a TV show of some sort.
Don't have access to this land. No, I'm not sure what you might be referring to.
It's a strange term. It's like goober fish or something like that. Take it that doesn't ring any bells.
No.
Getting there slowly. Slowly, slowly, slowly.
Yeah, this yield is quite poor.
So how many silage did you say there were? 20.
20.
So I've got 2 up by the shops. That's 22. And maybe 4 or 5. About the same as normal. I normally get about 30.
Were there some more around the back that I didn't see?
No. But there's 2 up at the shop, which I very nearly sold as grass.
Oh, you took them up there before they finished fermenting.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, my engine's just cut out.
Hey!
I need a service.
That happened to me for the first time today as well. Is there any sprinkled grass up here?
There is some, yes. Some just here anyways. This is
Ooh,
desperate, this is.
Yeah. Welcome to my farm. Desperate is what desperate doers. Scraps. That's what we're looking for. Scraps, scraps, scraps.
A couple more over here I found. Shed some light on the situation. There are more bits over here if you silaged all this. I think this is all done.
Where's over here?
By the garage.
Yeah, that should be all done.
I think that's all I'm seeing.
So not huge amounts of hay. 2 bales in my hands and
I know.
maybe another 2 or 3 over there. That's 4.
Another strip here. Let's try. Or is this where it's too close to the edge of the land to actually grab? In behind the sugar mill, there's a row. Maybe not.
It's not a row.
It doesn't seem to be wanting to pick up.
It must be just off my land.
But it let you cut it.
Yes. I've got a little bit of TMR over there as well, which is just slipped over onto the bit of land that I don't own. And I was hoping I'd be able to get that back, but no. It won't let me. Greedy farmer, you have too much of everything already. Struggling to keep my eyes open, Rump. If I drive on into you, I'm probably asleep. Just to make that clear.
Well, I had 200 grand, and then I had to fix my tractor.
You have the same tractor as me, don't you?
I have, yeah. Yeah, we've had the same tractor since the beginning. The cheapest one that'll do 150 horsepower.
Is it, by Jove?
And that baler wrapper needed 145, so this tractor was just the job.
You asked earlier about how the sugar thing went.
Yeah.
Were you around when I was planting it? I can't remember. Someone was. It was
Yes,
either
I
you or
was.
Tony.
And I remember when you were planting it that I did it in
Oh, that's right.
Farming Sim 19, and I never touched it again because it was such a pig to harvest. And you ran out of money and couldn't afford any more seed. And I said that might be a blessing when it comes to picking it back up.
Yeah. I remember now. Yeah, well, the original seeder, which did not exceed 150 horsepower, was totally unusable. So in the end, I had to use the much bigger one that required 200 horsepower to make it work.
I remember at one stage you'd left the AI planting it while you went in 8.
That's right, yeah. I remember.
And that was working until the machine ran out of seed. Hello? You having a coffee? No, you just decided you don't need to work for a minute.
Ooh la 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 la.
What now?
Oh,
I'm
oh.
caught on an invisible object.
Well, I think this is the last row and probably the last bale. My engine just cut off.
When was the last time you went flying?
Earlier on this morning when I was trying to move those sugar bales about.
Not quite what I meant.
Oh, you meant you meant the other kind of flying, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much just after it released. None of my equipment's on. Turn around, try again.
Well, in typical fashion, I managed to sell about $5,000 worth of juice boxes, and it cost $6,000 to repair my tractor.
Don't know what to say.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I might tone down the speed at which stuff gets destroyed.
I wouldn't complain.
I don't think it's going to be astronomical amounts, but...
Especially now that my telehandler has 70 hours on it.
Just need 8%.
You scrounging for the last bit of the bale, are you?
I am, yeah.
It's painful that you
8%.
can't eject 92% of a bale.
Ah, there's a mod that allows you to do that.
Of course there is.
Which I think is in the list of the next lot of mods to go up. But we have got a lot of mods. A lot of mods. Thought there might be a sneaky bit on here. Oh, I found a sneaky bit. 93. Engine
Only I
died.
was lucky like Tony had access to Spike's equipment.
Well, is he really lucky though? That's the question.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. Yeah, of course he is. He's got access to all that equipment for free. Doesn't have to worry about it getting damaged or injured or anything.
It does get injured and he can't repair it.
No. That's a true and fair point. And that trailer that he's swanning around in is my trailer. I think 93% is us done. Just hope I've got enough for the cows.
Yeah, that move placeables is just leaving invisible hitboxes around.
So it's not it's not having the desired effects then.
No.
Last.
Nothing more I can do on this farm.
I guess there's one benefit to me having had the worst plot and some very bad luck intertwined with some pretty awful decisions. Never been short of something to do. The amount of times you guys have come on and said, oh, lucky me, I've got nothing to do today. I just think, how? How is that possible?
I'm waiting for grass to grow, and it's not growing.
Well, see, I don't know if it's going to grow beyond where it's at now. Another consideration, isn't it?
I'll give it until June and see what happens.
I mean, how desperate are you for grass?
Not really. I bought that 35,000, well, yeah, 35,000 liters off of you yesterday. That's just sitting in my bunker.
I mean, that's all you're going to do with it anyway,
0%.
isn't it?
That was, yeah, well, I've got to wait for this slot to be finished so I can scoop it up. So any grass I get would be going in the silo until the bunker's empty. You see what I mean about the bunkers that you can drive out the other side?
Yeah, yeah.
Much easier to work with.
Definitely, definitely. Especially when you're trying to flatten it out. Becomes uber useful then.
Well, even if you're trying to use a forage wagon to scoop it back up. Although flattening this out was absolutely hysterical, because none of my tractors are quite big enough. So I was taking a long run at it, going till I was stuck, and then hooking the tractor out with the telehandler.
See, that, for me, is what farming is all about. Like, I don't have the exact piece of equipment I need for to make this job perfect. But I'm going to do it anyway.
But I do have these two, and I think I can hash something together.
Exactly right. When everything goes perfectly well, that's not real farming. See, now why are you behaving like that?
I need 500,000 monies Come on, grass, grow. Or do I scare up another 300 grand?
That was a nightmare. Now, I know there's at least one tree over here. There's one.
That second plot that Spike had bought, most of that is silty clay like your field.
Yes, I seem to remember him saying that. Whoa. Whoa.
How many liters of playground do I have?
Bloody hell.
I find it most amusing that playgrounds are sold in liters.
Yes, there's a playground sale point at the shop, by the way. This is unbelievable.
$3,000 liters of playground. Alright. About 9 grand then.
Doesn't that in itself just highlight how pathetic this game is in some areas? Oh no, the pallet is stuck under the ground.
You've got a pallet stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that happen a couple of times. Down to 70,000 liters of wood.
Oh, I don't need this.
What is it a pallet of?
Ooga. That's it. Come on, move. Turn. Hooray!
Well, that Field 28 looks beautiful.
Is that the one
100%
above
low.
Tony's?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to be fighting each other for that because he wants that one badly.
I'm not surprised. 100% low.
100% low, 125% yield potential.
Yeah.
It's a great bit of land. I definitely feel like I should take that mod off, the one that gives you all that extra info. Because it just gives you too much of a sure thing, doesn't it? And it makes everybody want the same bit of land as well for the same reason.
Saying that field beside me, 36, that I keep coming in about is the same.
Yeah, you guys have got some good land over there, I've got to say. I'm not in any way jealous.
The one beside you is as bad as the one you've already got.
Yeah. One below me is a bit better.
But the terrain is...
Yeah. It's quite a nasty big bit of rock in there as well, which is obviously no good to me.
I've got a mountain taking up a quarter of my plot, but never mind. Time is it? 11:15. I think I'm gonna go do some flying then.
Where are you off to today?
Grumbling about how the filters work on the career mode.
Right.
I wish I could search by what aircraft it is, or
Do you not use your own aircraft?
if your aircraft is the
Compatible.
aircraft that it wants you to use.
Right.
And I only have the little beginning Cessna 172.
Have you done any cool missions yet?
I did the medevac mission earlier today.
Ah, yeah, that's what I want to do. What was that like?
It was basically just fly from one airport to another.
Bit disappointing then.
The tornado one is kind of neat, but then again, a bit lackluster. Have you done any of the flight seeing missions where you have to fly out and then do a circle around
Yes.
a given area? Yeah, the tornado one is basically just that, except the given area is a tornado, but the tornado is completely static.
Like real tornadoes then.
Yeah. And it's not even raining, let alone hailing and lightning.
Right. Brilliant. So they didn't oversell that at all then, did they? Cheeky Microsoft.
It does fail your mission if you get too close to the tornado.
Right, but it doesn't have any realistic effects on your aircraft.
No.
Rather disappointing.
But I'm pleased that it only takes about 2 minutes to open the game now.
Yes, that has
At least
improved
at least they
dramatically.
fixed that.
And the controller inputs, although broken, are much, much, much better. They've cascaded them back to front, which is stupid. Really stupid. Like a really terrible rookie error. But I doubt they'll fix it.
I need to try and I want to unlock the mission for, oh gosh, what am I trying to say? The agricultural one, the crop dusting. That's what it is.
I'd have thought that would have been one of the first jobs.
In order
Bearing in
to
mind
unlock it, I need to land at 5 different, I think I need to do 5 soft field landings.
Right. Can't you just land at the same one 5 times?
No, once you do a mission, it disappears.
Okay.
And this is where having filters would be nice, because
I'm with you.
come here, soft field landing.
You haven't got a clue which one is and which one isn't, have you?
No, I've got to load up Sky Vector and type in the landing airport of each.
Cripes. How many hay bales did we get in the end run?
Hay bales? I
Yeah.
have no idea.
Wasn't many, was it?
I thought you said something like 2 or 3, or you got 2 and the last one was... And Sky Vector saying is that's not even a valid airport. Bananas.
Good start. Oh!
And there's no...
One more there. So 5, it looks like. 5 hay bales. Ooh.
don't want a first flight. I want a ferry flight. Because it was a...
I really like the idea of ferry flights, but like the TV show that they stopped producing, they really ought to be in various states of disrepair. Did you ever watch that show?
I have no idea what you mean.
So there was a TV show
Alright,
called
that's not good.
Ferry Flights or something like that. And it used to be such and such and such and such has bought this aircraft and needs it delivered in Alaska, which means crossing vast amounts of ocean, and the default fuel tank that's in this aircraft isn't big enough to cover that distance. So in order to get it there, they basically built their own fuel tank and wired it up themselves, and then flew across the Atlantic in an aircraft that they didn't know particularly well. Just really dangerous stuff. Incredibly dangerous stuff.
If I type the iCal code into SkyVector and it comes with invalid airport, is it likely to be a grass field?
I would say yes.
Alright, let's do that one then.
Okay, we've got 5 hay and we've got 22 silage. So I can sell 15 of those silage bales. How much is silage right now?
It's only worth 2,000 credits, but I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it for acquiring 5 soft landings.
Ignore what Rum just said. He's talking about a totally different game. Silage. There it is. It's like 40, it's like 150 quid less at the moment. Now is not the best time to sell silage. But if it's 150, 300, 450 per bale, so 4.5, so it's going to be about 9 grand. So we're going to be tantalizingly close. If I sell all of those 15 bales, what are we in? May. Well, June's going to be worse. I'm going to have to sell them now. We'll do that in the next episode. So I'm going to have to sell those 15... Is it going to be 15? 17. 17 bales. So we're going to be just short, just shy of the 15,000 we need to pay the bank next month. And then if you factor in that we've got to get the TMR machine, yeah, we're gonna be a bit short. We're gonna have to sell some piggy wiggies, get ourselves. We have to go into debt and back out of debt. Basically the same as what we did this month. Crikey. I think after that though, really need those cows to start kicking out some milk. Because the problem after that is I really need to oh crikey. I really need to hire a harvester, and I can't do that if I haven't got enough money.
Oh, really?
We may have to sell something like the sheep.
Well, that's not a good start. The button
No.
for press announce to taxi isn't doing anything.
We are struggling still. Another couple of months of struggling, and then the sugar will come in, and hopefully something will turn the corner and help us out. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Goodbye for now. Goodbye for now. I'll do it myself then. Goodbye for now, guys. Take good cares of yourselves.